Hello and welcome back to A Foreigner and Family in the Philippines. And I'm at one of my favorite conversion points. I have several conversion points where a couple of things run into each other, and this junction here is the most intricate so far. And it's the where the blue sticks there, the two rows of that come across here with the guibano, and then the two rows right up there that I stop them at that little, because I have a little road there. I stop them at the road. The two rows of rambutan hit right there, and then the two rows of the lanzoni hit right there, and then right here with the blue sticks come across the two rows of durian, and then right across this little creek bed, which is now going to be a creek because of all the rain we're getting. We had a pretty solid rain here about an hour ago, but the mangosteen on the other side. And so what we've been working, we got all those planted. So what we're working on is now I went back and added a row in between the guibano, which is right this row in between, and that's all banana. So I added a row in between the guibano here, which goes back. And the guibano actually extend here and actually meet. There's a little overlap with the guibano and the durian. And so then the durian, the two rows, the one row over here and the one row over here, I went ahead and added a row of banana in between. And so we're actually planting that now. We're getting started over on this side and working our way back. And I'll just go up here to where and then of course we have a lot of banana over here. I do plan on intercropping the banana with the cacao. I left a spacing for that, but I have to get back to do the cacao a little later. I need to get these banana established, see if they can provide a little shade. In this area here, I left this, there's a little road. It's kind of getting overgrown because I use it very often, but I did leave it open so that way I would have access to it. But you can tell the soil is not very good here. Del Monte came through with their cleanup. I think this is where they used the tractor, so that didn't, not the tractor, but the bulldozer. So it didn't get the tractor action, and stuff hasn't filled back in, which kind of gives me an indication of the soil health, and it's a lot of rocks. But so these banana are sprouting. They don't look so great, like they get a lot of sun. They have no shade, no protection. Fortunately, they're getting plenty of rain right now. So, and like this one, on our next weeding, when we come through, even though there aren't any weeds on this little section, like 3 came up. Well, the Ernesto, my friend who's actually been selling me the suckers, and hopefully I'm not a sucker. He actually gave us some extras due to the bungee top and some that didn't come up on the last batch. He also gave me a little packet of the powder that you mix in with the just some water for your sprayer for the some pests and the aphids. But what was key was, and he has experience. He's worked with a couple of the major. I want to say maybe it was Nestle and Del Monte. I could be wrong of which ones he had worked for, but there were 2 of the big ones over here, You got like Nest, and the ones that I always hear, or at least that I know of, are Dole, Del Monte, and Nestle. But this one here has the 3 that came up, so you'd go ahead and eliminate, because it's out in the sun, you want to leave 2 of them. So when we do our next weeding, we'll come through and reduce it. Move it down. Oh, what is this over here? I mean, yeah, these don't, the banana doesn't look so good. Getting a little sun. I wouldn't be surprised if my little fertilizer mix still had some microbial activity. Didn't help any either. So, and I keep skimming the top off of that, and every day, even sometimes twice a day, it's still getting the bubbling action. Like it was not even close to being, I guess, fully broken down, because it still has microbial activity. But then it's funny, because then when I actually try to make the microbial solution, it's it dies off so fast that I don't even know that I'm getting it on the ground before. So I think I need to use that as my microbial solution. But anyway, these are the 2 rows of the rambutan over here, with the row of the rambutan, the banana that I put in between the center. We got those planted, and you can see the ones that are sprouted were already some banana that we had run over here. But the row of sticks there that have none, and they're actually, and I was so meticulous on my sticking too. I guess I got maybe just a little tired at the end, but I had my 2 rows of the rambutan here, but the sticks are a little off. We were trying to move and I probably should have used the line, but we ended up going through with a stick, 8-meter stick, because I know they're 8 meters apart, and trying to place it to where I would hit the midpoint. And they're a little off, but they're a little off anyway, because I kind of follow the contour of the road, because the rambutan are offset on the side of the road over there. And then on this side are the lanzones with the same situation. Then you can see this is these sticks, these brown sticks in the center, which are 3 meters apart. I did for the lacatan, and then on each side going up are lanzones. They're 8 meters apart. They're 8 meters that way and 8 meters that way, and then that row goes up that way, and those are 8 meters apart as well. So these banana that I ran through down the middle, I think that's going to end up helping these seedling trees by when they get a little bit bigger here. I probably should have had them established beforehand, but this is how it went, and that was the intention. However, due to the lockdown, I could not get my tissue cultures, and so I held off on that, and ultimately I've planted these now with suckers. So, and those are all planted. And then once we finish those durian, which we're working on getting planted now, we'll cross the creek there where the mangosteen are and run the bananas down the center of those as well. And that adds a significant amount of bananas as well. So. Oh, and at that point, and actually, I'm not even probably going to finish them. I don't know that I'm going to have enough suckers to finish the mangosteen over there, and the reason for that is, well, just because of what I ordered. But I have to stop at that point. I need to then move on to maintenance. I've got fertilizing and weed control. As you can see, these weeds, especially in these down by the creek here, are pretty crazy. And they're just popping up. You can't keep up. And I'm trying not to use weed spray. I may have to break down and use weed spray, but I'm trying not to. And so, yeah, I won't be. I was on this plant mission because of the rain starting, and which is great. I got a lot. I'm happy with that. I got a lot. I could have had more, but I'm happy with what I got. Although now I need to focus on taking care of what I've got planted now, and that'll be some maintenance here, weeding and fertilizing. And I want to use my liquid fertilizer mainly because it's organic, but also mainly because it's more cost efficient. It's about what I can afford right now. Expenses are racking up on me. I've taken in more expenses than things have just what I had allotted for here. The expenses that I had calculated have been significantly more abundant than what I had initially thought making this move here to the Philippines. So I am dealing with that, and if producing my own fertilizer can help, I think I overdid it on this. I tested it on the banana, and of course banana are a little more resilient than other things, and I ended up doing a little damage on some of these. Like I can see this guibano here. It's like that little leaf spot. You can actually see it's transparent. You can see the hole through it. The microbial activity that was still in there. It was a little dead spot on the leaf, maybe probably a little yellow, but those microbes got in there and just like decomposed it. It's decomposed, which is what you want your microbial solution to do in some areas, but not on your living seedlings. So, but they're all looking okay except for my mangosteen. Which I'm really concerned about, because I've seen where some folks will say that mangosteen don't transplant very well, but then also say that you don't transplant them for 2 years, which that's quite a ways out. 2 years to transfer your mangosteen. Oh man, I was like, this one doesn't even have a teak there, but it is there. It's just little. This is the same one. This is a teak over here. That's a big boy. And so this is another situation with the bananas where it looks like I've got 4 sprouted coming up out of that hole. So then we'll eliminate, when they do, I'll eliminate 2 of them on the next weeding. Whoa. Actually, this one's in the shade of this little bamboo patch here. You might go ahead and just leave the one when it's got shade and cover. But I'm coming down here because I hear some frogs. Hey, did you step on a bullfrog? It wasn't me. But yeah, those bullfrogs, I don't know, actually, I'm calling them bullfrogs. I can't even see them. The vegetation is pretty thick over there. I'd like to see what the frog that makes that sound looks like, though. And that's one of the things early on when I was over here watching the house one night. I thought some folks were coming because our corn from our first planting was ready to harvest, and I thought corn bandits were coming to hit us up because we had received an anonymous tipster about someone was coming to get our corn, and I thought that's who they were. They were because I saw some flashlights and stuff in the field in the middle of the night, but it turns out it was frog hunters, and they were just coming for collect a little maybe breakfast, or I don't know, just some meat, some frog meat. And now I could see that sounds like a sizable frog, but I'd like to actually see it. So I do want to, since I'm right over here by these mangosteen, I'm going to look it up. I'm going to get on and try and find some information on it, but I've got a situation here with my mangosteen, and of course it wouldn't be that mangosteen. I'm over here in the bush. I don't have my machete. So let's see here. Let's hope the cobra, I don't see one of them cobras. Okay, this is an example of one I've seen, and I don't know why it's just this section of mangosteen, but there's this, and I thought it was just some backsplash of some mud on the leaf, but it's this. And when I touch it, it's the leaf. Something's happened to the leaf. It could, and that may have something to do with my microbial solution, but it's just, I thought it was just some clay that had splashed up onto the leaf, but it's not. And it looks like almost like somehow the leaf, like if a leaf could rust. That's what it is. So I'm calling it rust leaf for now. And then I'm gonna go take a look and see if I can find any information on it, because I really like these mangoes. Like if some of the durian died, well, that would suck, because the price per kilo on the durian is pretty nice. But so it is on the mangosteen as well. But the thing is, I like the mangosteen. It's got it on this too, and it's not clay on there. So I'm going to see if there is some kind of disease that causes that, because I need to find out. But that was a really good example. There are several leaves on there that have that. If I have a viewer watching that's willing to help me out, let me know what that is. I'd appreciate it. So, and I'll go ahead and enter there and let you guys know how I'm doing on that, keeping up on this maintenance, because as you can see, this area has been left a little unchecked over here, and I have the red sticks posted over here, but I went ahead and stopped at the creek. The only reason I'm over here is because I did do the blue sticks for the mangosteen on this side, but I was going to try a different border tree over here, looking at Malave. Shoot, there was another one that I was interested in too, but I think I ruled it out. Oh, possibly Nara, but no, I think I did decide. I wanted to either be Malave or pine, and it might be a little too damp back here for the pine, but going back up on that side for the border tree after the corn, I might end up doing the pine. So I may jump back to Malave for this little section for the border tree. And now I'll really end her there. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.